Welcome, YouTubers. This is an edition of I Wish Coaches Would Stop Doing This, and basically it's about the end of the, near the end of the Cowboys-Packers divisional game, and you can see that Green Bay there just kicked a field goal, wicked long field goal. I know there's a little bit leading up to that, and, pass interference, but yeah, 56-yarder. So Green Bay goes up by 3. They got 2 timeouts. Green Bay's got 2 timeouts, so Dallas is going to get the ball here. 1 timeout, minute 33, basically a good long time, but they're down by 3, right? So the kickoff goes out of the end zone, so they're going to start on the 25. And typical 2-minute drill. We're going to go forward here. Minute 33, and so with 1 timeout, they can throw anywhere. The first play, get a nice play. 25 yards down, 49-yard line. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. It's 1:26 left on the clock. They were able to throw the middle because they could have thrown the middle either way, with or without a timeout. But since they have the timeout, you got some options here. You can run up and spike the ball. You can call a timeout, or you can just call another play. So in this case, obviously from the 50-yard line, you're talking about 60, 70-yard field goal, which is not very realistic. They need to get a little further to get in field goal range. Typically the opponent's 30, 35. But even the 40 would be a very long field goal. So plenty of time on the clock. So they're going to get up here, and it's 1:08. So you can see it took from 1:26 to 1:08, so it took about 20 seconds to get everybody, 24 yards up the field, get things settled, figure out where you are. Probably had a second play call already, but again, preserve their timeout, so probably a good play here. And let's see what they do. And again, another relatively deep middle pass gets you to the 40-yard line, at least the advanced thing. So now you're in the outskirts of a very, very long field goal. And it's the same type of decision tree we were talking about before. From the 40-yard line, you'd be talking quite a bit. There's 59 seconds left. At this point in time, they're still going to spot the ball, run up. So you've got your options of, a 59-yard field goal, or, trying to move the ball ahead. So you got your options again. So if you spike the ball, same type of scenario, you lose it down. Which is critical, but you save your timeout. That means you only have 2 plays. Now keep in mind the Packers have 2 timeouts, so should you not make it, you're looking at a 50-plus yard field goal, assuming you don't make 10 yards, right, to tie the game. And Green Bay can use their timeouts to have quite a bit of time on the clock, 59 seconds, I guess, right, or whatever it takes you to run it out, assuming you spike the ball. You can call your timeout, then you lose some leverage, but you get the full 59 seconds at this point, and you save it down. Or you can just run up there and take 20 seconds to go run a play, or maybe it's 25 because maybe you didn't have a third play called. Give them a little bit of defense here, just like you did on the previous down, and try to gain some yards. And so the question is the timeout or the spike, is it timeout or just that time, 10 seconds, extra 10 seconds, 15 seconds worth of time, worth the down? And in this scenario, we're going to see what they elected to do. And what they elected to do was spike it. Now you can get a capture of the spike because this is highlights. But you can see it ran down to 48 seconds. So, yeah, it took about 10 seconds off. They were able to spike it, and then they were able to regroup. Of course, the defense can regroup at that time, too. And so they've come up with this wonderful play. Of course, they're playing aggressive here. They're conserving their time. They're really looking to get down and score a touchdown, win the game. And secondary thought is the field goal. But they lost their down, so now it's 2nd and 10. So we'll see what kind of aggressive play they come up with here, which you would think if they're saving their time, they want to go for a touchdown. They don't want to get down into a 3rd down scenario. And here it is. So that's the play. Obviously they were sending a deep guy out, but he was double covered over there, and that left a flat guy, one of their better receivers, for a 2 or 3 yard out. And you got a guy coming across the middle for a 2 or 3 yard cross that if he catches it, the clock would have still been in play. The guy going to the sideline, let's just go forward here. He makes a nice turn on it, but he gets out of bounds. And so now you got a huge problem because now he gains 7. You're 3rd and 3. Green Bay doesn't need to use a timeout, and they'll be able to regroup provided, you don't spend a lot of, you spend some time thinking about your offensive play call. It's going to be 3rd and 3, and so it's kind of on the line here, and you still got a 50-plus. Now, if you make the first down, all this goes away, and that's great, and I understand that. But the downside of the risk here is you're going to have a really, really long field goal, and you're not burning any time. If you're going to try to kick a field goal, you're going to want it to be the last play of the game, basically, right? And I know there's still a touchdown in play here. But yeah, going out of bounds was a little bit of a problem because at least Green Bay might have burnt a timeout there. Or you could just run up with 20 seconds if you pass it to the middle guy and, run another play or clock it in 10 seconds. There's still plenty of time to do what you needed to do. And who knows, the guy in the middle might have turned a good play, but we'll see. Basically what they did was they went to 3rd down. I didn't get that play either, and it was broken up. Incomplete, stop the clock, so there's 40 seconds left. You got a huge field goal attempt here. Green Bay didn't use any of its timeouts, and now he drills it. Wonderful kick. But the problem is 35 seconds left, and 2 timeouts, and yeah, that's not a lot of time, but in reality, Green Bay was able to get sacked, even on the play, right? Take a sack and make a nice throw to the outside and kick a really long 50-yard field goal, and that was the end of the Cowboys season. So long story short, I wish they'd stop spiking the ball all the time when you're in that zone where if you don't make a first down, it's different down if you're down on the 20-yard line and you got a chip shot field goal. But if you got a difficult field goal, could have just as easily missed this field goal and lost the game. But I really think they lost the game when they didn't have that third play or they decided to spike it and lose it down. So that's my rant. I'm not a Cowboys fan, and obviously these coaches spend 24/7, right, locked in a room, and they know all the strategies much better than I, much smarter person than I. But in this case, it just drives me nuts, and I don't think so. All right, so go ahead and leave your commentary. Always love it. A little bit different sketch here. Have a good day.